not really her style. And they all got the same heartbeat, but hers is falling behind. Nothing in this world could ever bring them down. Yeah, they're invincible, and she's just in the background. And she says, I wish that I could be like the cool kids, 'cause all the cool kids, they seem to fit in. I wish that I could be like the cool kids, like the cool kids.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's graduation ceremony for Casteel High School's class of 2020. Before we begin, there's a few people that I think that we should recognize for making this happen tonight. Located over by the balloon arch is Miss Brooke Constance. If you know Brooke, she relishes the idea of being singled out in public for her hard work and dedication. Recently, she celebrated a monumental milestone birthday, and you are sitting here tonight under this amazing screen, stage, balloons, and everything else you received because of the hard work of Brooke Constance and Mr. Ron Tanner. Please give them a round of applause. Additionally, I would be amiss if I did not thank my entire administration team for making sure tonight happened flawlessly, and also Michelle Capriotti, who I know is watching from home. Thank you for the mask. It's very fashion forward. I think all the kids will be wearing them next year. At this time, I would like to bring up Miss Maggie Green to perform the national anthem. Maggie.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. At the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Maggie. Beautiful. Coming up to the stage now is Miss Hannah Hudson, your student body president. And as Hannah walks up here, we'd also like to thank our custodial crew who came out in 110-degree weather and made sure that these chairs were military precision, and the CUSD ground crew who made sure that they got 6 on-the-field graduations instead of the normal 2. Hannah.
Welcome, family, friends, faculty, and my fellow graduates to the class of 2020's graduation, a year where change is our only constant. I am Hannah Hudson, your student body president, and I am honored to have the opportunity to speak tonight. As I address my fellow graduates, I can feel the buzz of excitement, not only to graduate, but to finally be able to close out this chapter of our lives properly. A final chance to say goodbye. I want to congratulate each and every one of you. We made it. When people look back on their senior year and their graduation, I assume they also do not remember a global pandemic. I will admit, when I began to write this speech and ponder how to commemorate our class, we were still walking through the halls and sitting in the desks of Casteel High School. And I had figured I would use a 2020 vision pun, However, as unfunny as that may have been, I do not think any of us actually had the foresight to know what the class of 2020 would actually see. Times have vastly changed, and we lost a portion of our high school experience. However, we are a generation built for change. Not only were we raised in a post-9/11 world, but also a world with dramatic advancement in technology, a world invested in social media, a world where we went into high school watching the last presidential election, to being able to vote in the next one right as high school has come to an end. Many of us even started our high school experience in the middle of our junior high years, and I think I speak for most of us when I say that that was exciting, yet nerve-wracking. The decision to take a chance on a new school. We live in a world where change is our only constant, and this has bonded us as young adults. As we go our many different ways in the late summer, I know many of us will change our paths. Many of us will continue our education, serve in the military, jump right into the workforce, or start a family. However, I know we will all be tied by our shared experience at Casteel High School, the countless memories over the years, from freshman year firsts, our first dance, our first pep assembly, to our first time hearing the fight song, to sophomore year seconds, learning to drive, entering the minimum wage workforce, to witnessing the 3A football championship game, to junior year, our first clash wars, prom, and taking the ACT and SAT, to now, our senior year, our last homecoming and assembly, our last games, final performances and events, some of which have been unfortunately canceled this past spring, and finally now, our graduation. Each and every one of you means so much to me. As a collective, we make up the Casteel Cult family, and I cherish the memories that we have all made together. I'm so proud to know you all. And to have experienced these constant changes with this class. Thank you and congratulations, class of 2020. I love you guys.
Thank you, Hannah. I'd like to take a few seconds to thank you for your leadership on Student Council. Your work in leadership and Student Council has risen the bar on what it means to have school spirit. We will miss you greatly. Has anybody ever seen the movie Ferris Bueller's Day Off? Bueller? Ferris Bueller? Anyone? For those of you who haven't seen the 1986 classic John Hughes film Ferris Bueller's Day Off, it tells the story of a group of friends who take the day off of school. They took one day off of school, not 9 weeks. They go to the Chicago Art Institute, the Chicago Board of Trade. They view the city from the highest tower, the Sears Tower, now the Willis Tower, and they took in a baseball game at Wrigley Field. They ate at a snotty restaurant, and they took part in the Van Steuben Parade. This movie has always made me laugh. What senior is going to take off a day off of school to go see the Chicago Board of Trade? When Mr. Edward R. Rooney calls Ferris's mom to inform her that Ferris has been absent 9 times, Mrs. Bueller, the class of 2020 didn't take off one day. They took off an entire quarter, 9 weeks. If they made a movie about the class of 2020's Colt Day Off during COVID, what adventures would it show you taking up? Baseball? No. Art museum? No. Restaurant? Not even Abe Froman, the Sausage King of Chicago, could have gotten into a restaurant during COVID. And there's no way our Colts could have sang Dankeschön at the Van Steuben Parade. Your film would have been a gripping documentary of you stuck in your room, playing the clarinet, having never taken a single lesson. It would showcase you wearing the same pajamas day in and day out, talking to your friends, logging onto your computer, onto Google Classroom. Congratulations, class of 2020. You nailed the first 20 minutes of the film, but missed the fun. COVID took the joy from all of us in the last quarter of this school year. At the conclusion of Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Ferris comes back on screen and says, after the credits roll, "You're still here. It's over. Go home." To be honest, it was this scene that kept running through my head while I struggled to rewrite tonight's graduation speech. We ended school a month ago, but you're still here. So tonight we are reunited to celebrate your academic achievements. Tonight is surreal. There are no families in the stands cheering you on, and I can't explain how strange it is to look out across you and see all of those masks. Many people think that the class of 2019 holds all the records for the most firsts in Casteel history. I have realized that the class of 2020 has their own unique lists of firsts that no other class will be able to match. Number one, you are the first class to have been effectively off-campus suspended for 9 weeks, and yet every single one of you graduated. 100% graduation rate. That is truly exceptional. This feat wouldn't have been accomplished without the hard work and dedication of our outstanding counseling department. Can you please take a minute to help me recognize Ms. Sheely, Ms. O'Brien, Ms. Shropshire, Ms. Glascombe, Ms. Cunico, Ms. Mann, and Ms. Burt for all their hard work to ensure that for a second year in a row, Casteel High School has 100% graduation rate. You officially have the longest senior ditch day on record. If not showing up for the last semester or for the last 9 weeks was your senior prank, you win that too. You are the first class to take AP tests online at home. The first senior parade in Casteel history. The most number of graduations for a single class in school history. The largest graduation date, or the latest graduation date in school history, and the most possible graduation dates of May 28th, June 4th, and today, June 25th. You are the first graduating class at Casteel to have a high school reunion. It's a 1-month reunion, but it's still a first. Let's look at tonight as the idea of a high school reunion for just a moment. At its core, reunions are a time to reconnect with old friends. High school reunions are also a chance to celebrate your accomplishments. Tonight, we celebrate the fact that 100% of the class of 2020, in spite of a global pandemic, graduated. We celebrate those who have earned honor cords, completed CTE programs, aced AP tests under the hardest of circumstances, earned dual credit, and won state championships. We learned that the class of 2020 can do virtually anything, despite a pandemic. As you look around tonight, there are many empty seats. Those seats would have been filled with your friends. Some of those seats are empty because of COVID. Some of those seats are empty because our Colts have already started their collegiate experience and are participating in summer sports programs, or in the process of moving across the country to start their academic or college career. In some cases, those seats are empty because our Colts have decided to put service above self and have decided to join the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, National Guard, and Coast Guard. These brave individuals who have already started their boot camps are on a noble path to serve our country. Some of our seats are empty because students have elected to serve their church and their faith and have set forth on mission. Regardless of why those seats are empty, to those who could not attend, we miss you and we know that your path will lead to greatness. I know there is nothing that I can say that can fill the hole that was created because the last 9 weeks was taken from you. I can't change history. I can't build a time machine and allow our track and field, beach volleyball, baseball, softballs, and tennis teams the opportunity to compete in a season and earn their chance to win a state championship, as many experts predicted that they would. I can't wave a magic wand and turn back time and see our Colts take the stage for Fiddler on the Roof, sing or dance and fill the PAC with music. I also can't cast a magic spell and regain the thousands of hours that you lost collectively watching TikTok videos. Finally, I'd like to end my virtual speech by using the powerful words from your peers that submitted a speech for consideration for tonight's graduation. I would like to end my speech tonight by yielding my time to those students. Their words moved me, and I wanted to make sure that I gave them the opportunity to speak and for you to hear them directly. If you could please turn your attention to the video screen, here are some of my favorite Colts.
Entered the world during the terrible events of the 9/11 tragedy, and we are graduating as our world faces a global pandemic. Let that speak to the nature of our generation. We are one, united, strong, and determined.
Even during these times of uncertainty, we didn't give up. We persevered. We learned from our hardships, and we stitched up our hearts stronger than ever. And before we knew it, those chains that once bound us became the armor that empowered us. Armor that was essential to conquering the chaotic dragon that was our senior year.
The journey through high school changes who you are. Reflecting on that journey reminds me of how far we've come. I remember who I was then and I see who I am now. That's two completely different people. I can see the importance of knowing your self-worth, and I understand that self-worth comes with being proud of who you are.
I've had this surreal opportunity to reflect on who we've become, where we've been, and how we've gotten here. In those memories are times of absolute joy and laughter, excruciating pain and sorrow, and exhilarating excitement and anticipation. But ultimately, the descriptor I choose most when I look at each of you is uncanny growth.
High school shaped us into who we are today. The strong and resilient individuals I see before me armored in cap and gown. Our high school journey has come to an end, but even more challenges await. I, for one, envision you will all remain victorious as you continue through the next phases of your journeys.
I challenge all of you to step outside of your comfort zone as you enter the next part of your story. I'm proud to call myself a Colt, and I will always be grateful for all that Casteel has given me. I'd like to thank all of you, my Colt family, for being a part of my story.
Attitude is everything. One of the greatest examples of this was Principal Sandy Lundberg. As I think about her journey battling cancer, the words grace and humility scream to the forefront. She was constantly concerned about serving others and making others feel important. This remarkable woman actively chose each and every day to have a positive attitude. Her infectious spirit will always be remembered and will be living proof that attitude is simply everything. Rest assured, difficult things will happen to us, but we get to choose how we respond.
Always remember to live by the 3 C's: courage, character, commitment. And remember, it's free to be kind. Go Colts.
Thank you, Colts, for allowing me to use your words. At this time, we welcome Kendall Carlson, who has been selected to give this year's legacy speech. Kendall?
As Camille Casteel High School's class of 2020, we are unique. Our high school career began with the unwavering motivation to separate ourselves from the pack, from the white buffalo herself, Miss Sandy Lundberg. Our school grew up with the students, building a rock-solid foundation to lead every day with courage, character, and commitment, and a strong belief that each student was made to succeed and built to be uncommon. As I reflect upon the class of 2020, I see nothing but success. We have star-studded athletes, talented performers, brilliant minds, and an immense amount of potential that is now destined to leave their own mark on the world. This development is thanks to the administrators for giving us opportunities and looking out for our well-being, our educators for helping us find our own paths to follow, our faculty for making this campus our welcoming home, and finally, to our families for being our role models as we learn to make our own decisions. Textbooks taught us the facts, but high school is more than grades and a diploma at the end. The journey taught us the importance of people. We learned social awareness through passing periods, the kindness of holding the door for a fellow student, and the happiness brought from long-distance smiles and laughs down the hallway before your next class. We learned how to speak up, being confident in sharing what we truly believe. We learned about our differences and the need to celebrate them as it pulled us all closer together. We learned how to build a friendship as we sat in class next to a stranger, but a week later we're joking around with our new friend. We learned to be team players as we communicated to work together for a common goal. We learned how to be true friends, consistently making each other's day brighter. This experience taught us to be individually together. We are now able to assess a situation and make a decision for ourselves, but not without recognizing the ramifications for others. We know how to set our goals high, landing within the stars, and to motivate others to do the same, never holding anyone back. Each of us are eminently capable of shaping our own world with boundless goals, while maintaining awareness and caring for the people close to us. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Thank you, Kendall. It is now my pleasure to bring to the stage Aquasi Murphy, who has been selected to give this year's future speech to the class of 2020. Aquasi?
What's up, class of 2020? How y'all doing? Don't answer that. In life, we often go through a series of unfortunate events and circumstances that either forge our character or break us. The lessons we learn along the way are what make us unique and what we become, or make us bitter and cynical about the challenges that life has to provide. The main lesson that I have learned in my life is how to persevere through challenges. Some of you may or may not know that I was adopted from Ghana, Africa. I had many challenges, from not having food and water to waking up every day on a dirt floor, wondering if I would survive. There was one particular day that I remember as if it was yesterday. This was the day that I was brought into an orphanage at the age of 5. And I knew at that time that I was in for a long and rough life. As I think back on that time, perseverance is the word that describes my life in Ghana. I persevered to find food. I persevered to find water. I persevered to find safety. I persevered to find an American mom to bring me home. Love you, Mom. I persevered to learn English. Coming to America not only gave me the opportunity of education, but it also gave me the opportunity of having a family. Like Oprah Winfrey said, education is the key to unlocking the world, a passport to freedom. Well, I have my passport from Ghana, which unlocked my world to education. I have my passport from America, which is still unlocking doors. We all have our passports, which is our book that allows us to fulfill our destiny and the opportunities that are out there waiting for us. These last 4 years, you and I have had to learn to persevere. We have had challenges, like knowing when we were going to fail that calculus test that we ignored till the night before the test. Or when we had our first girlfriend, our second girlfriend, our third girlfriend, and the figuring out that you were the problem. But we did have to persevere through all that heartbreak. During these last 4 years, Casteel High School has taught us about equity, accepting each other for our differences, and living by the 3 C's: courage, character, and commitment. And always remembering that it's free to be kind. Although these values were taught to us these last 4 years, they are values that are going to carry us into our next journey. I learned that life is not supposed to be easy. It was not designed to be easy. Your struggles don't define you, but will make you stronger and set you up for success in the end. It is okay to struggle. It is okay to not know who you are or where you're headed in life. The important thing to take from these obstacles is to persevere, to not get caught up in the paralysis of failure. As the great Rocky Balboa once said, the world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are. It will beat you down to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Congratulations, class of 2020. Way to go. We all persevered. Thank you.
Aquasi Murphy can be booked for motivational speeches. Aquasi, I was afraid that the mic would actually jump off the stand and drop at the end of that speech. Amazing. Thank you, Aquasi. It is now my honor and pleasure to begin the presentation of the Casteel High School's class of 2020. Please welcome our readers, Counselor Jennifer Johnson, and World Language faculty member, Jackson Engelbrecht. At this time, if we could have our students in the first row please stand. Don't forget to take your name card off the back so that we can say your name.
Margaret Lois Green, cum laude. Hannah Rose Hudson, cum laude. Kendall Jean Carlson, summa cum laude. Aquasi Sasala Murphy, cum laude. James Dale Foster III. Benjamin Ted Abercrombie, summa cum laude. Kalia Dallas Alderete. Jared Peter Anderson, cum laude. Vanessa Elizabeth Arcuri, cum laude. Justin Adam Babcock, magna cum laude. Tyler Joseph Baca, magna cum laude.
Megan Elizabeth Barrientes. Mariah Ruth Beardsley, cum laude. Sophia Grace Billingsley, cum laude. Benjamin Ryder Blancas, cum laude. Taylor Ann Boltinghouse, cum laude. Cassidy Evangeline Bridges. Melody Kate Bridges. Jules Malia Bracci, cum laude. Caitlin Sarah Burgess, cum laude. Grady Britt Burns. Jake Leonard Kalimpong.
Ethan Scott Cameron. Adrian Caraveo. Jackson Carrasco. Maria Jade Carroll, cum laude. Anya Elizabeth Christensen, cum laude. Macy Christine Clausen, magna cum laude. Sedalia Alexis Corral. Sophia Marie Cotronio. Kaya Ann Curtin, magna cum laude. Jonathan Michael Day.
Ainsley Jonas Madison Denninger. Sadie Marie Deshawn, magna cum laude. Michaela Noel Donart, cum laude. Alexis Drew Dunn, magna cum laude. Camden Daria Downs, cum laude. Megan Noel Effinger, cum laude. Brian Omar Escobar Lopez. Connor Gregory Frohart. Veronica Juliet Gallegos, cum laude. Colin Ray Gapin. Elias James Garcia, magna cum laude.
Riley Elizabeth Gertzitz. Taylor Lee Goldberg, cum laude. Chase James Grisham. Andy Jaziel Guevara. Garrett James Haggerton, magna cum laude. Brendan Mark Harris. Emily Claire Henry. Marley Ann Herrera. Caden Duff Pyle, summa cum laude. Donzel Howard.
Cortland Janae Hunt. James Benedict Houston, magna cum laude. Kylie Celeste Ibach, summa cum laude. Amber Catherine Jones, cum laude. Kennedy Elise Jones, summa cum laude. Riley Marie Jones. Jackson Paul Kendall. Lauren Lachey Jones. Camilla Juliana King, cum laude. Thomas Gerard Lakich.
Grace Genevieve Lamb. Caleb Rongyi Lau, magna cum laude. Quincy Marie Lee, magna cum laude. Jaden Andre Lemos. Lily Marin Lentz. Jawan Nathaniel Lewis, summa cum laude. Sophia Ann Lishner. Logan Todd Lober, cum laude. Mackenzie Lynn Rose Lopez, cum laude. Ethan McKee Ludwig, cum laude.
Gabriel John Mann, magna cum laude. Evan Samuel Manis. Brooke Catherine Mans, magna cum laude. Mia Linda Marines. Gage Dylan Marr. Savannah Michelle McCarn, cum laude. Sarah Elizabeth Meyer, cum laude. Hadley Meredith Mierdas. Andrew Philip Miller. Canyon Joseph Mark Miller.
Morgan Samantha Minnis, summa cum laude. Landon James Mirasol. Ivan Lee Moyliman, magna cum laude. Carter Allen Myers. Alexis Kate Ngio, summa cum laude. Shai Van Nguyen, cum laude. Destiny Elizabeth Nick. Sean Michael Elke. Alejandro Joaquin Ramos. Brenna Lynn Orchakowski.
Madeline Keeley Pace, magna cum laude. Kaylee Lane Patton. Alfredo Napoleon Oliver, cum laude. We don't. Aiden Mackenzie Peterson. Kyler P. Quimps, magna cum laude. Emery Bell Richardson, cum laude. Tanner Austin Roth. Morgan Renee Rodert. Madeline Alexis Sakdalan. Jennifer Sainz Rascon. Sasha Sequoia Sagany. Addison Ray Saylor, magna cum laude. Jeffrey Daniel Sanchez, cum laude.
Kaylee Marie Scobie. Samuel Caleb Scott. Cum laude, sorry. Savannah Shepard, cum laude. Brenna Ruth Christine Sheffley, magna cum laude. Madeline Jane Shockey, cum laude. Aram Simonov, summa cum laude. Ethan William Spencer. Holly Marie Steinauer, magna cum laude. Taylor Lynn Steinauer, summa cum laude. Brian Wesley Stewart.
Samantha Marie Suarez, cum laude. Tyler Joseph Swanky, cum laude. Lauren Jennifer Tanqueray. Michaela Ray Thomas. Luke Robert Thompson, magna cum laude. Riley Sue Thompson, cum laude. Skylar Paige Warren, cum laude. Rayshawn Williams. Catherine Grace Wilson, cum laude. Caden Daniel Wisniewski. Christian Fernando Zamora, magna cum laude. Colin Justice Zurich, summa cum laude. Mackenzie Marie Whitman, summa cum laude. Abigail Grace Younger, cum laude. Thank you, Ms. Johnson, for always making us look the very best possible. That's what counselors do. Graduating from high school celebrates the end of one adventure and the start of another. However, you are not the only ones who are turning the page on one chapter of your story this evening. Graduating tonight alongside you are 3 exceptional Casteel staff members who have dedicated their life to public education. They, like you, did not have the opportunity to celebrate the end of their careers alongside the ones that they love, you, their students. If you could please give me a huge round of applause for these 3 outstanding educators, and I hope that they're watching from the comfort of their own home. English teacher extraordinaire, Ms. Phyllis Carr. Master science teacher, Ms. Ann Wasson. And our exceptional special education clerk, Ms. Joellen Maxwell. On behalf of the Casteel Colts and Casteel staff, we thank you for your dedication to the teaching profession and the time that you have dedicated to making the world a better place. You have made a lasting impression on the students sitting before me and countless others. Graduation is a time to give advice to parents, as parents and staff, and a time for you to receive that advice as students. When I graduated, I received a copy of Robert Fulham's book, All I Really Needed to Know I Learned in Kindergarten. Its advice is simplistic, but good advice typically is simplistic in nature. And typically, it's harder to follow. Mr. Fulham reminds us that wisdom is not at the top of the graduate school mountain, but can be found in kindergarten. Here are just a few pieces of advice that I hope you ponder as you move forward along your path. Share everything. Play fair. Don't hit people. Clean up your own mess. Wash your hands. Live a balanced life. Learn some and think some. And when you go out into the world, watch for traffic. Hold hands and stick together. And be aware of wonder. To end tonight, we would like to do a little group participation activity. So everybody put your fingers out like this in front of you. Like this. Okay. Put a finger down, high school 2020 COVID edition. Put a finger down if you made a TikTok video during COVID. I thought so. Took an AP test online. Excellent. Participated in a parade. Woke up to find a senior sign in your front yard. Wore a mask for the first time. Submitted a Google Classroom assignment, but you didn't even complete it, you just hit the submit button anyways. Watched your first graduation online. Drove by and saw the football lights on at 2020, or at 8:20. Missed your Colt family and school more than you thought possible, and are ready to turn your tassel. Finally, it is my pleasure to introduce J.D. Foster, Casteel's senior class president, who ran for senior class president and didn't realize it's now his responsibility for all time and eternity to organize every class reunion. Ladies and gentlemen, J.D. Foster.
Okay then. Class of 2020, I address you now for the last time as your senior class president. Turning our tassels symbolizes a new beginning in all of our lives and becoming graduates of Dr. Camille Casteel High School. You may now turn your tassels. Congratulations, class of 2020, we did it!
I can't stop this feeling deep inside of me. Girl, you just don't realize what you do to me. When you hold me in your arms so tight, you let me know everything's alright. Hooked on a feeling, I'm high on believing that you're in love with me. Lips as sweet as candy, its taste is on my mind. Girl, you got me thirsty for another cup of wine. Got a bug from you, girl, but I don't need no cure. I just stay a victim if I can for sure. All the good love when we're all alone. Keep it up, girl. Yeah, you turn me on. Hooked on a feeling, I'm high on believing that you're in love with me. All the good love when we're all alone. Keep it up, girl. Yeah, you turn me on.